to Engineers Workshop. I'm over here at the K&T, and we're finally going to take the next steps with the custom boring head extension here. Got a piece of 4-inch Schedule 40 pipe, which I thought had a big enough ID to do some test cuts with. I did have to open it up a bit, but let me get this zeroed up on here, and then we'll give this thing some continuous test cuts first. We'll go easy on it. I found a piece of 4-inch Schedule 40 pipe that I decided to use as a test piece, and I thought the inner diameter would be big enough to clear the boring head, but it was just a bit small. The boring head measured over the insert to the back edge is 4.08, and a Schedule 40 4-inch pipe, which has a 4.5-inch OD, when you subtract the 237 wall, the ID was 4.02, so it had to open up some to get some clearance. Plus, when I looked at the interior, it was very pitted, and I wanted to give it an easy starting test, so I figured I'd start with a smooth finish. Just take the bore this to the point where it would clean up. I did run some slow motion video to see what was happening with the chips. That's what you see with the strobing, but they were just basically getting pinned to the inner wall as this thing was spinning. Initially, I was going to cut a couple of windows in the side of the pipe to use the hold down clamps on, but I still had enough of thickness at the top to just clamp it from the top down against the table, and I squared the top and bottom on the K&T as well, or excuse me, on the lathe as well. Okay, here's my setup. I've got it to where the insert is just grazing the wall of the tube. The tube is not perfectly round. I was gripping it with a 3-jaw chuck, so it's going to be somewhat intermittent, but I'm going to dial it out a couple of thousandths and make sure we're going in the right direction. I put an indicator on it to help out. So that's about 4 thousandths deep. Let's give that a try. I've got 1 thousandths quill feed on here, and I've got it set to bore about 2 inches and then stop. (650 RPM). Well, that's a good sign. Let's increment it out another 5 thousandths or so. Give it another pass. A little heavier cut this time.
Well, you can see that does a pretty good job on such crappy steel. Now what I'm going to do to simulate an interrupted cut is I'm going to just move the y-axis back 5 thousandths, leave the cutter at the same radius, and just plunge it down that way. Okay. Well, I'd say the initial tests are promising. It doesn't seem like the insert is shifting at all. You know, the interrupted cut was a fairly gentle one, easing in and out. This is going to be more thumpy. But once I center this up, and there's some things I got to do with that gap in the back side, I am going to rotary mill the bulk of the rough stuff off of here, so that this is only doing a few thousandths cleanup. So next steps will be to take this off, get the table cleaned off, and get this reclamped. It's been so long since I've set this up, I'm going to have to remember exactly how I did it. I know I have it on 1, 2, 3 blocks because I got to be able to bore all the way down through that bottom edge. So we'll just stop there and call that a tentative success for now, the boring head. And it's proved itself at least worthy of the next step. So we'll get this out of here and set things up for next time, and probably do some rotary milling on this casting. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me on this. I know I've taken quite a break from finishing this up, and there's a lot of people interested in this. So we'll keep plugging away at it, and hope you guys are having a wonderful 2025 so far. I know I am. Hope you guys don't lose power. We've got more storms coming, and we were out already one time over the holidays for over 24 hours. So hang in there, everybody, and we'll see you next time on Engineers Workshop. Till then, as always, stay safe.